Good evening, Simon here, Explosive Action for my February 2018 update. This is quite a large pile of things sitting in front of me here, Blu-rays some, but DVDs many, and let's just get through them. Alright, let's get through this as quick as we possibly can. First one is The Bloodstained Butterfly, giallo from when is this from? 70s? It's probably 70s, they're always the 70s. And it's directed by Duccio Tassari, who did Death Code last night, which is a really good one. And has Helmut Berger and Evelyn Stewart from The Psychic. Fulci's The Psychic. So I haven't watched this one in a few years. I don't remember a great deal about it. This is the reverse art. I thought was much better than the really stupid grass art that Arrow decided to use. This is the original poster, which is really cool. So Bloodstained Butterfly. Continuing the giallo theme, we have the very weird All the Colours of the Dark, George Hilton, the awesome Edwidge Fenech. I'm probably getting her name wrong. I've never really understood how to say her name, but it doesn't matter. And Susan Scott. This is a really good one. Am I going to show boobs? No, it looks like I'm not showing boobs. And directed, of course, by Sergio Martino. Yeah, so this is an upgrade from the old Shriek Show DVD. I haven't checked out this transfer yet, but this was a really good one. I really enjoyed that when I last watched it. As I did with Seven Bloodstained Orchids with Antonio Sabato. This is an Umberto Lenzi film. And it's quite a cracker as well. There's your classic giallo motif there. Black gloves, screaming girl. This is a good one, definitely worth checking out. It's on Code Red, number 134. Moving directly away from giallo onto full moon sci-fi. Creepazoids. I haven't been collecting this new range from 88, the Vault series. I just decided to get a couple that I liked. So far just the one really, and that's Creepazoids. So this is a full moon picture that's finally had a decent release, first time widescreen I believe, so that's really cool. And the it's hard to get it out, but the original DVD and VHS cover underneath there as well, so that's really nice. Creepazoids, it's a good fun film. Brand new, released 2 days ago, the new Scott Adkins Accident Man, very cool, with Ray Stevenson, who was Darth Maul from the Star Wars Episode 1, and Michael J. White there, who is Black Dynamite. And Accident Man, I believe, is a comic book from some time ago, and it's also been one of Adkins' sort of passion projects to try and get this thing made. There's been comparisons to Deadpool, but as Adkins has pointed out, the comic predates Deadpool. But obviously the movie does not, and I look forward to checking this out really soon. Also released same day out here. It's been out overseas 6 months now, and Australia was the last one to get it. That's Boyka, aka Undisputed 4. A good series of punch 'em up films, these ones. It's definitely one of those series that is vastly improved since it went direct to video. I mean, the first film was fine with Wesley Snipes, but then I'm thinking Star Wars again. Part 2, 3, and 4 here were big improvements. I haven't seen 4, to be honest. I've seen 2 and 3. 2 and 3 are great. 3 particularly is definitely the best one. When you mix Scott Adkins starring and Isaac Florentine directing, you get good action fun. So I look forward to checking out Boyka. More giallo. I should have put this up with the other ones. This is Night of the Scorpion. I took my time to get this one. One of the first Dorado Films Blu-rays. They've got a really boring plain spine on that one. I don't know why. I didn't grab this at first. I wasn't sure what it was, and then when I was looking up another film, which I've been curious about if it was ever going to get a decent release, which was called An Empty Grave, An Open Tomb. I think I've got the name right, which was just like such a classic giallo name, and it turns out that is this film, Night of the Scorpion. So I thought, okay, time to get it. Directed by Alfonso Balcazar, and really curious to check it out. I've heard mixed reviews, some saying it's fairly unremarkable, but another giallo, check it out. Web of the Spider. This Enzo Castellari, wasn't it? Anthony M. Dawson. Well, I think it's... Oh, Antonio Margaretti. There you go. I'm getting the Italian names all mixed up today. Yeah, this is a Diabolic DVD exclusive from... what is it? Garage House Pictures, yeah. Who also did Ninja... What was it? I can't remember what it was. They've done one other title that I can aware of. Yeah, so I'm really curious to check this one out. The colour remake of... what was the original called again? Castle of Blood, yeah. 1964 Castle of Blood, and this is Web of the Spider. So yeah, awesome cover on that too. Really fantastic stuff. Look forward to checking that out. Beyond Skyline, Frank Grillo and Iko Uwais from and Bojana Novakovic. Iko from the Raid films. And I never watched the first Skyline. It looked interesting, and then as soon as it hit, every review said it was a piece of garbage, so I just didn't bother. Maybe they were right, maybe they were wrong, I don't know. But then I saw the trailer for this one, which was the world's most surprising sequel. Who would have thought? And it was way more interesting. Yeah, it's pretty violent. It's got needless but really cool martial arts. It's got aliens sucking brains out. It's got what you want. I mean, it's got an MA rating, and Skyline had an M. That's what I wanted to see. Good fun. Yeah, good fun. Alien invasion, and people fight back. What you want. Starship Troopers, Trader of Mars, with Casper Van Dien back again. But this is animated, I believe. I haven't checked this one out. This was actually a freebie. And I didn't mind Part 3, Marauder. Part 2 was pretty crap, but... you know, this one we'll check out, Traders from Mars. Just noticed that the screenplay was by Ed Neumeyer, so that's pretty cool. So see how that one goes. An awesome upgrade, and took me a while to get this. Bill and Ted's Most Excellent Collection. The Shout Select, really nice slipcase edition of Excellent Adventure and Bogus Journey. Two of my favourite films growing up. Like, just would watch them continuously. 2-disc set, I don't want to get that out. Really hefty weight to this thing. Transfers are fantastic. I introduced my 4.5-year-old son to the first film. He thought it was good fun. We've been on a massive Godzilla kick. There's a bit of a tangent, but I've shown my kid about 85% of the Godzilla films, dubbed of course, but you know, he's begging me to watch more Godzilla films all the time, which is very cool. Another freebie I got, which is the Underworld 5-movie collection. It was a nice freebie to get. I never got the last film. I don't mind these films, they're popcorn things. But I never got Blood Wars. Just didn't pay for it, never bothered. And then, well, now I got the whole set, so cool. And I do like these little slimline things that Sony puts out in Australia. They just, you know, you get all the discs separately, and it's just a nice, neat package. I think they're really cool. And speaking of neat packages, Resident Evil 6-film set. This is the UK one. I've never seen this style Blu-ray case before. It's a fat box Blu-ray. That's a first for me. It's a proper Blu-ray case, but yeah. And each of the 6 discs are just the original single discs. And yeah, some of you may remember I've shown the steelbooks before. I decided to part with those and just save some shelf space and get this nice all-in-one set now that the series is finished. Moving on to the first pile of DVDs. Mostly things from pawn shops and from charity stores this time. I haven't bought any new DVDs. This is 16 Blocks with Bruce Willis. I missed this film when it came out all those years ago. It just passed me by. I don't know why. I remember seeing the trailers on TV and just not being that enthused. I'm not sure why. Bruce Willis with that hilarious mustache. I should have. I didn't realise it was from the director of Lethal Weapon. That should have made me really get more excited. But what really got me when I picked this up in the pawnbroker was that this was a Millennium Film production, who is the parent company of New Image, who do all my favourite trashy 90s direct-to-video action films. And also did the Expendables series. And yeah, so 16 Blocks. I have heard good things since I bought it. Even the girl in the shop said good film, so see that. And from one side of Bruce Willis to the other, this is Extraction. It's got Kellen Lutz, who again was in one of the Expendables films. I think he was the one who was expendable in part 2. I had a really interesting few pickups from my local Vinnies. Lots of brand new things that I guess somebody bought and didn't like, or I don't know, but they were literally released, a few months ago. And I think this is relatively new, late 2017 film, Extraction. I'm expecting Bruce Willis to be in it for about 3 minutes, because that's what he does these days, so we'll see how that one goes. Scorcher, cheap ex-rental I picked up from a closing store. There is a few of those in these piles. I'll talk about that a bit more. I couldn't get that bloody overnight sticker off. That was an annoying one. But anyway, Mark Dacascos, John Rhys-Davies, and Rutger Hauer. What a combination. Yep, so this is... well, there you go. If you loved Volcano and Dante's Peak, your Scorcher will rock your world. Probably not, but I'm going to have some fun with it anyway for cheapy 90s disaster filmness. Crash with Michael Biehn. I've heard many good things about this. I was very surprised to find this DVD. So yeah, I will be checking out Crash. I like Michael Biehn. This was a really cool find. This was not from a charity store. This was eBay. Ark of the Sun God, as that says there, clearly, of course. This is an Italian DVD I didn't know existed. It came out in 2002. Look at that. This DVD is older than the majority of my collection, and I bought it brand new and sealed. I never knew about it. I don't know if anybody else knew about it. Anamorphic widescreen of Ark of the Sun God. And that's a amazing thing. That's, a Tony Margheriti's film. The print looks fine. Certainly it looks 2002 quality, like a 2018 scan would look better, but I was amazed. Some Italian Raiders of the Lost Ark kind of rip-offness, as the Italians are good for. Very happy with that. English friendly, of course, on the German disc. Chaos Factor. Fred Ward, Antonio Sabato Jr., and R. Lee Ermey, who is great. He plays the same role in every film. He's fantastic. And this is another PM Entertainment. I do like my PM Entertainment films. Cheap action, and it's also a real DVD, who are a nice little Australian label that I like to collect their stuff that was released around about 2005, 2006, because most of it was PM Entertainment or other related action companies. So Chaos Factor, I'm sure it will be entertaining. A few ex-rentals here, some horror. This is Junkyard Dog, Brad Dourif. So pretty much I think everything else you're about to see was from my local video store that was shutting down, and these were like $2 each, so I wasn't very picky. I don't know much about any of them, but Junkyard Dog looked like a fairly extreme serial killer film, so we'll check that one out. Frayed just looked messed up. We've got some evil-looking clown. Apparently contains one of the most disturbing scenes ever filmed. It looks the kind of torture film that I would have expected from a title called Frayed, so we'll see how we go there. Pretty hard to find, this one. Stephen King's The Night Flyer. Those stickers would not come off, which was very annoying. Fetches a princely sum when it's on eBay, and is quite a good film from memory from many, many years ago. But now I can check it out again. Stephen King's The Night Flyer. Oh, Hackers. This was pretty funny. I haven't seen this since Laserdisc days, and I got rid of that eons ago. And I think this local DVD is impossible to find as well. And it's got like remember the earlier DVDs had these booklets and really interesting stuff? I mean, it's only now that special editions are doing that again. But this thing weighs a bloody ton. The case itself as well. Anyway, Hackers, very early. Angelina Jolie. Fantastic Voyage. I was pretty happy to find this one in the Vinnies. It was minty fresh as well. I've never seen Fantastic Voyage. I've seen Inner Space, but I've never seen the film that they borrowed from. So keen to check it out. Probably one I'll end up watching with the kid as well. He's watched a lot of the other stop motion films. So this was interesting. This was in my rental store as an ex-rental, but it was shrink wrapped and had a sanity price sticker on it. I took it to the counter. The guy didn't know what was going on. He still charged me the $2, but whatever. So it's a brand new umbrella, Last Grenade. Again, it's quite a rare one. And And it looks like a fun wartime action film. So, yeah, looking forward. Check out Last Grenade. I Am Soldier with Noel Clarke, who was Mickey in the Doctor Who reboot series for a few years. SAS stuff. I do like modern warfare films. Sometimes they're quite polished, lots of snipers and things. See what I Am Soldier's like. And another war film, but more of a war drama, I understand. Casper Van Dien again in Going Back, which will be at least something interesting to see him do that's not Starship Troopers. And yeah, it's about war vets that go back to where they were stationed overseas, and I think it's a bit of a documentary kind of thing that goes on. So yeah, I'll see what Going Back's like. Of course, this disc is beaten up, but that's what you get when you pay $1. You all know me by now. I like Sci-Fi Channel films. I like The Asylum. It's a love-hate relationship, really. I just keep going into them going, this is going to be better than last time, and it's always worse, but I just keep watching them. San Andreas Quake, not to be confused with San Andreas from The Rock, of course, but that's what they want you to think, isn't it? This was mildly entertaining. What I like about Asylum is that it's going back to that video store age of, that is a fucking awesome cover. That's got to be a great film, and you get an average film. But I keep doing it, because the DVDs are like $8 if I wait, and it's whatever. I don't care. It's The Asylum, and I do like to check them out. And this one was passable. Haven't checked out this one yet. Operation Dunkirk. It's based on true events. It takes just takes a few good men. That's amazing. So yeah, obviously ripping off Dunkirk. I've actually heard this one's pretty good, so we'll see how we go. This one was as bland as fuck. Ocean's Rising. I Hope You Can Swim. So that... oh, that little tugboat and that giant wave and that bloody Statue of Liberty. None of that happens. None of that happens. That's brilliant. This is my favourite part. Not just the photos lying, this bit here. A scientist builds a massive ark after... No, he doesn't. He builds a tugboat. It's literally a tugboat. It's blah, 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 blah. Boarding... scientists now turn to him in desperation, boarding the ark and seeking his answers. It's lies. It's all lies. He has about 6 people on a boat and he takes them to a building. That's what happens. It's pretty boring. Avengers Grimm. So, I mean, that's a cool idea. They've gotten the Avengers and mixed it with Grimm's Fairy Tales, and here we are with Avengers Grimm. With Casper Van Dien again. Lou Ferrigno. It's a bit of a cast, actually. Yep, haven't checked it out. We'll see soon. Ardennes Fury. Brilliant. Obviously ripping off the film Fury, of course. See how we go with Ardennes Fury. Alien Convergence. That's amazing. Yeah, that'll be some quality. I bet you nothing in that photo happened. Nothing. None of this. None of it is going to happen. But I don't care. Alien Convergence gives me a laugh. All right, some more Asylum. These were X rentals. Evil Born, aka I think it's 666 the Child or something like that. Yeah, so this is some kind of Omen rip-off sequel, whatever. Evil Born. How good's this? Casper Van Dien. Is this like the 5th film in this update? Oh, brilliant. Yeah, Hypercane, because it's like, yeah, it's not just a hurricane, it's a fucking hypercane. Anyway, an apocalyptic roller coaster ride in the vein of 2012 and Twister. Can't wait. Hypercane. The Haunting of Whaley House. Even Asylum's got like 3 The Haunting of films, so this is one of them. I expect cheap found footage exorcism. Well, you can't have Asylum without Sci-Fi Channel, and that's what I've got in this giant pile. I'm not sure if this first one actually is, but it's bloody well close enough. Dragonheart 3, The Sorcerer's Curse. There's actually 4 of these things now, and I was missing part 3, so there you go. Dragonheart 3. I don't mind these at all. They're fairly light dragon films, so yeah, that's fine. The Fallen One. Oh, hell. I really should have put all the Casper Van Diens together. That's just brilliant. Oh, the Fallen Ones. Yeah, this has actually got the old Anchor Bay logo, which is pretty funny. There's not many Australian releases that have the old Anchor Bay logo. But the only one I can think of is this All Souls Day. It's about the only other one I can think of. Anywho, the Fallen Ones with the Casper Van in every movie. Deanne. This is what is this again? Spooky House one. I think it's a Spooky House film. Yeah, I know it's Sci-Fi Channel. I'm sure it'll be fun. Turbulent Skies. Oh, for fuck's sake! I didn't do this on purpose at all. Okay, I'm not lying. I've just got a shit ton of Casper Van Dien films. That is hilarious. Another Brad Dourif as well. Turbulent Skies. This one is directed by Fred Olen Ray. So you're getting extra level quality on this one. Brilliant. Yeah, it's going to be, plane crash stuff. Whatever. Eyeborgs. I like this film. It's got Danny Trejo. It's got surveillance robot eyes. And it's got bloodshed. It's good fun. Really is a good fun one, this Eyeborgs. Ice Twisters with Mark Moses. Yep. Polar Storm with Jack Coleman. It's probably the same bloody film. I sometimes I come home from work and I'm really, really tired, and my want is to put on a subtitled Chinese film or something, and I end up putting on a really stupid disaster film because it just requires absolutely no effort of my brain. End of the World, Nothing Can Stop It, with Brad Dourif again. Brilliant. End of the World, Nothing Can Stop It, with a Brad in every second film, Dourif. There he is. Cinetel put out a lot of these things for Sci-Fi Channel. This one looks kind of entertaining, so hopefully that's good. The Seattle Superstorm. I bet none of that happens in this film. So Seattle Superstorm. Next one, Doomsday Prophecy. This one was all right. They did the best they could with the budget, which was zero. Another Cinetel. Does not have Casper Van Dien. But it does have, I can't remember her name. What is her name again? Must be Jill State. I guess that's her. Who was in, what the hell was it? Why have I forgotten? Sci-fi series, and I've completely forgotten what she's in. But I like her anyway. Doomsday Prophecy. World is coming to an end, blah, blah. Seeds of Destruction. Cool cover. More Cinetel. With Paul Ziller as director. He's done a bunch of these things. That one looks fun. Jabberwock. With, nope, I don't know any of those people. It's a nice cover. Looks like an old painting. That doesn't. That looks like a bad power metal cover. But there you go. Slay the Jabberwock to save the village. I'll do that. Ice fucking Quake. Nature Unleashed. This always puts me off when they're only rated PG. In America, PG-13 is pushing the boundaries. I mean, Expendables 3 was PG-13. PG out here means Disney. That's what that means. So I always get a bit worrisome that I'm going to get some kind of family viewing. But you never know. You don't need higher rating for a fun film. So we will see. Icequake. Odysseus. This is Voyage to the Underworld. Fantasy muck. See how we go. I do have room on the shelves for all this. I have a special Sci-Fi Channel shelf. I will link the video for my previous Sci-Fi Channel overview, which is now obviously needing more. And the last one is Volcano Disaster, which is actually a New Image, who I have mentioned in this video already. I like New Image films, so this one will probably get bumped up in front of Icequake, I think. Volcano Disaster. Okay, enough of that silliness. We've moved on now to my favourite pile of this update, and that's the martial arts pile. Focusing quite a bit on that this month and probably into the next as well. Catching up on a few things. But the first three were just lucky pickups from the the charity store. These were basically brand new. Just cheap public domain, kung fu, dubbed, crappy prints of Jewel of Death with John Liu. These things are fun to watch, even when they're dubbed. Deadly Boxer with Pai Hyung, Meng Fei, and Battle in Red Temple, which I made the mistake of looking up afterwards, and it has a impossible to get but very pretty looking anamorphic widescreen disc. But hey, whatever. Battle in Red Temple. This one looks the most fun of the lot. Now, I was really happy to get this for $4.70 delivered from eBay. Used but very good condition of the Master Jet Li. The hardest for me to obtain Hong Kong Legends, and I think that's the end of my collection now. That's all the Australian ones. With the exception of re-releases of Jackie Chan films and 3 films in a box kind of things. That's all the films I think I've got now, which is awesome. I'm getting some of the UK ones because they got more titles than we did when Universal, who were the first run, they stopped and sold it off to Magna Pacific, who then stopped, and that was the end of that. Still got its old sticker on there to get a free copy of Dragon, but that promotion ended in 2006. What a shame. Missed the boat on that one by 12 years. Jet Li the Master, very happy to get that, and of course Hong Kong Legends, chock full of extras and fantastic prints, so awesome. I bought a few hard-to-get titles on eBay. Iron Angels. This is the proper Entertainment release in the slipcase. Been wanting to check out Iron Angels for a long time. Yeah, it is definitely going to be one I'm going to enjoy. I understand it has an epic end battle. So I will be checking this one out forthwith. Iron Angels. These were all basically new. They were used, but they were new. Tiger Cage 2, very hard to find. Joy Sales disc here, Fortune Star film with Donnie Yen. Donnie's looking very young in that one. Yep, nice prints again. Gonna sit down and chain watch a lot of these, I think. Lots of language options. Very cool. Tiger Cage 2. Donnie Yen kicking ass. I got 3 Shaw Brothers releases on IVL. Very happy to get. Dirty Ho. What a hilarious name. Dirty Ho. Action with some comedy, this one. A little bit of a synopsis there, if you want to quickly read. It's got Gordon Liu in it, of course. So Dirty Ho looks like quite a fun one. And this one popped in today. Very hard to get. This one is Bloody Parrot, which, as the synopsis says, is nothing to do with a blood-splattered bird, which is quite a funny thing to put on the synopsis. But, yes, be checking out Bloody Parrot very soon. And the third one, which is one with the slipcase, very happy to get Clan of White Lotus, which sounds pretty funny. Again with Gordon Liu and Lole. And it features a particular fight called Embroidery Fist. Embroidery Fist. Why not? So this one's going to be fun. Gotta love that beard. Clan of White Lotus. And I got 3 legendaries as well. I like to collect them. They are very hard to find and getting quite pricey as well. I lucked out on some of these. The Inspector wears skirts with Cynthia Rothrock. Need to get more Cynthia films that she did in Hong Kong in the 80s. And this is one I understand is going to be lots of fun. Looking forward to checking out this one. And yeah, so Legendary, again, part of Joy Sales and distributing Fortune Star Films. Did really good prints, so very happy with that. Next one, I know nothing about this, but I was told by Extra the Mutilator that this was delirious fun. And this is Jailhouse Eros. Let's see if they're... So this is one with the little slip with a window, which is really cool. Always nice to get those ones. This looks pretty mental. It's a women in prison film, and then it's got ghosts and stuff. That's, yeah. That's going to be crazy. I don't know. but I'm going to enjoy it. Jailhouse Eros, and yeah, as I said, slipcase thing. You get one poster, and then on the other side you get a different one, so that's very cool. And this one, which I have watched and is very hard to get, I really enjoyed this quite a lot. It's quite grim, but the action was top notch. Fatal Vacation, Category 3. You're in for a violent time. The plot of this one was a tour group from Hong Kong, holidays on a bus through the Philippines, and end up becoming unwitting captors by a little Philippine militia, and they get used as bait for the government to pay a ransom and release one of their own hostages. And there's just people getting offed in the head. There's decapitations. There's massive machine gun fight at the end. Hand grenades in mouths. It's everything you want. That's Fatal Vacation. I really enjoyed. Last two. I sat on this one for ages and ages and ages, and then it was out of print suddenly, and I panicked. And I found the last copy at Diabolic DVD, and that's it. They're all gone, I think. The Angela Mao Ying collection. And thank you to Extra the Mutilator for prodding me into picking this up before it was really too late. So 6 films from her: When Taekwondo Strikes at the Tournament, Stoner, The Himalayan, which seems to be a really good one, Queen's Ransom, and Broken Oath. That's awesome. Angela Mao Ying collection. Fantastic. It's a multi-disc set. So yeah, I'm really happy with that one. And the last one here, I didn't need this at all, but I found this at the local markets just up the street. Walked up to the markets and they were shutting down, and a little old lady had some DVDs, and I went through them. They're all bloody Balinese bootlegs. And then this was there, which is the Japanese release of Shaolin Soccer, which is one of my favorite Hong Kong action comedies. Japanese release. You can see there, it's got this soccer ball motif that the disc shines through. Right, and what I wanted to show was inside you get 2 discs, and you get this cool booklet which has the Kung Fu couple on it. Shaolin Team. Very cool. Little booklet there. So yeah, that's this fairly large haul. I'm pretty happy with this one. Let me know what you think below. See you all next time.